The Chicago Bulls did, in fact, enter the 2023 NBA draft and get a draft selection after they previously did not have any, no first or second round pick. Let's talk about it, people. What is going on? Yo, Fox Sports Talk back at it with another video talking some NBA, here to talk about the Chicago Bulls and here to talk about their draft selection at number 35, wing Julian Phillips, for Julian Phillips out of Tennessee. And they acquired this pick from the Washington Wizards, who they sent a couple of second-round picks to. So remember, the Bulls did not have a first-round or a second-round pick. It's the first time in a long time I can remember the Bulls having no draft selections at all in the first or second round. And they did get their way into the draft, and they took Julian Phillips at number 35. So let's talk about him. All right, so he's a 6'8" wing out of Tennessee with a massive wingspan. We're talking 6'11", 7-foot wingspan. And he's a guy who's an athletic freak, all right? Can jump out of the gym, posted the highest vertical at the combine at 43 inches. I mean, he is an absolute athlete. What's his best attribute? It's on the defensive end. He's a great defender. He's a guy who really takes pride on that end of the floor, and he's got the ability and the body to be able to guard wings, of course, and also switch on to guards. Got that quickness. And yeah, he's just a great on-ball defender, and that's his biggest trait. Could still work a little bit as a help defender and clean up some other things there, but for the most part, that is his bread and butter, is on the defensive side. Offensively, folks, he's not that great. He's not very polished, very raw, lacks a jumper. There's really no fluidity in his jumper, and so he's got a lot of development there. He's a good cutter and cut to the basket and get, baskets that way, but for the most part, can't really create his own shot, can't really generate offense that way, if you will. And so we're looking at a guy who's, again, more of an athletic defender than anything else. I mean, if he works enough and develops a three-point shot, he can become a 3-and-D guy, but he shot only 24% last year from three, which is not very good. So overall, my thoughts on this pick is I'm just not that big of a fan. I think it's okay, but look, Dalen Terry, who we picked with the 18th pick last year, did not crack the rotation. He averaged 5 minutes a game last year. Did not crack the rotation, and he was the 18th pick. We're talking about Julian Phillips at number 35. What makes me think Phillips is going to get any playing time if Dalen Terry couldn't crack the rotation? A lot of people I've seen on Twitter say this is the DJJ replacement, Derrick Jones Jr. replacement, and to which I say, even if it is, does it really matter that much? I mean, look, you needed two things on this roster. If you are going to run it back, and if you are going to, keep this continuity going, you need two things on this roster that you need to address, which are your two biggest weaknesses: three-point shooting and rim protection. This pick doesn't address either. Can't shoot, again, 24% from three last year. And he's not that much of a rim protector because, again, we're talking about a wing defender, right? He's got the wingspan, but you know what I mean. We need size. We need size on this team. And yeah, 6'8", but I'm talking about a power forward center type of size. And so, again, to me, it's like, I saw this on Twitter, and I want to give credit to whoever tweeted this, but it's like, what's better than one Dalen Terry? Oh, two Dalen Terrys, because it's like the same thing over again. I feel like it's a Dalen Terry clone, and we're just compiling these guys who are athletic, but they can't shoot. Like, what is going on here? And I got to be honest with you guys, it's so frustrating because I had such high hopes for AK and ME, and I'm not saying that, their story's written and we can just say that they're terrible at what they do, but, just basing off of the draft selections, I mean, they've drafted Patrick Williams, who's been okay, but not worth the number 4th overall pick so far. Ayo Dosunmu, who's been a solid second-round selection. And then Dalen Terry, who couldn't crack the rotation at all. And then now Julian Phillips. So again, jury's still out. We got plenty more time, but this isn't, to me, this isn't an ownership thing, right? A lot of people look to blame the ownership. You can judge ownership on spending money, but you can't judge ownership on draft picks. That's right to the executives. That's to the VP, and that's to the GM, AK and ME. So to me, I would have much preferred them go for a big. I would have much preferred them address shooting. This does neither to me. I hope he pans out, and I hope he's able to make an impact. But to me, I would think we would have been able to, make better uses of the resources. So that's just where I stand with it, folks. It's a frustrating time to be a Bulls fan right now. I'm just trying to stay level-headed and stay optimistic, but it is very hard. We'll see. Rooting for Julian Phillips. Hope he pans out, but just not the type of fit that I would have liked, addressing the type of needs that I would have liked. So let me know what you guys think, man. If am I being too harsh? Leave a comment down below as always. Thanks for watching.